everybody, happy Tuesday. Kimberly here from Kimberly's Cocoon. Few things. First of all, I'm doing the beginning portion of my video for Candace from BittyBundlesNursery. She requested me to show my collection. Currently, this is my collection. I have Genevieve, who was painted by Letha of BittyBundlesNursery. She came to me almost a year ago. It was just before Mother's Day last year that she came. I did have one reborn prior to her, which was the Mama's Little Monkey sculpt, and I had named her Zipporah. She is currently up for adoption. I did have somebody make me an offer on eBay this morning, but by the time I saw the email, the listing had ended, and so I was unable to respond, so I had to relist her. So I'm waiting to see, and her offer then disappeared, so I was waiting to hear if she still wanted her. So Zipporah was my first, and then came Genevieve, and then I had adopted the Maisha, but I have also adopted her back out. Both of those were customs, neither of which I was happy with. So I have my Genevieve, which is the Fridolin sculpt, and I loved this sculpt from the time I saw it and knew I wanted one. However, and this is just something that might be a personal preference, and I am a bit confused at times because people call her and other babies of this size toddlers. To me, the definition of a toddler, and I am a very literal person, means a child who can toddle around, meaning they're up walking and stuff. Genevieve is the size of between 4 to 6 months, probably 6 months. So I let her sit because a child of that age would sit with assistance or without, but that's the correct size to be doing that. She is not a toddler to me, and so many people painted her, and I see people are doing it now with Wilma, which is the same size as her, with long hair. And while I do realize there are some children at 6 months that may have, shoulder length hair or something, to me, that's not what I normally see, but a lot of people were doing her with hair well beyond her shoulders. And so this is not a toddler to me. A toddler is more, 30, 33, 34, 36 inches. So she's a 6-month-old, so I dress her and style her hair accordingly. And when I saw Letha's interpretation of her, I was in love and had to have her. So Genevieve is now currently what I would consider the first of my collection. The second is the Sydney sculpt by Marita Winters, and I reborned her myself. She was actually last June, I took a class in North Carolina, Kate Charles' class. This was the class kit. So technically she was the first reborn I had ever painted. I was the only one in the class who had never reborned before. I did make some adjustments. I did strip her and repaint her once I felt I got a little better. And I did originally put her up for adoption, but my husband fell in love with her and wants to keep her. She still does not have a name. For those of you who watch my channel, I have left it to my husband to name her. So she's still awaiting her name. But currently, Candace, these are the only two in my collection. I have several kits that I have purchased that I will more than likely paint myself for myself. I do go on eBay and look at reborns for adoption or sale, whatever you want to say. And occasionally I see one that I think, maybe. But, it's kind of hard sometimes to tell by pictures, and since I'm going to the doll show, I'm just waiting. I may find something there that I want for my collection. But at this point, I'll more than likely build my collection myself by painting myself. So, to answer your question, Candace, these two are my current collection. And I think, that's all she asked, was what was my collection. So I'm sorry, I just had like a mental brain pause there. Anyway, so I also wanted to tell you guys, I don't know if you have found her channel yet. Usually once or twice a week I'll type in reborn box openings just to find new channels, because sometimes it's somebody's very first reborn, and so it's a new person, and it's fun to find new channels. And that's how I found this channel that I love. I want to say, I can't remember if there's the in front of it, if it's the Blonde Bunny 99 or just Blonde Bunny 99. She has recently adopted baby Melissa from Melissa Sue, I believe, from her channel, which I didn't even know she was adopting her out. I know she had mentioned it at some point because she was getting silicones. Paula is the woman whose channel it is. Check her out. She's lovely. She lives in England. I would love to be over there just to go have a cup of tea with her. She's so sweet. She lost her baby end of last year that was 3 months old, and that's how she got into reborns. And apparently baby Melissa looks like her baby Lily. So her channel, I'm sure she's probably got a lot of subscribers because of whose baby she adopted, but she's just a very, very lovely, lovely woman. So check her channel out. Still praying for everybody. So many good things I've seen. Is it Lucinda? I just lost your name. Whose grandma is now walking. I'm so happy about that. Happy about Charla's mom, you know, with the getting in the home that she wanted, and been praying for Nicole and Yvonne. And Yvonne now has a GoFundMe page I just saw shortly ago for her IVF. I have to go check all that out. But anyway, praying for Kimber and Kathy and Nicole. You know, just there's a list. And I just, you know, I love lots of channels. Debbie Reborn Blessed, Melissa, Mouthy Girl Melissa, Herlonda. You know, anyway, hi to everybody. Been a busy couple days. I've given myself permission not to paint for quite a bit of this week. Yesterday I cleaned my house. I scheduled an oil change for my car in the morning, and then my husband came home at lunch, switched out cars, took his. We are meeting some family for dinner Friday, so I went shopping yesterday afternoon to get some clothes for myself for that. In between everything, I cleaned my house, and I just felt like the day was gone before I knew it. It was nice because for some reason my oil change took almost an hour and a half, so I'd taken my crocheting. My husband's oil change only took 20 minutes, but anyway, I had taken my crocheting, so I got quite a bit of crocheting done at the oil changes. So all in all, it was a very, very productive day. I was very tired last night. And so this morning I came in here. I'm not painting, but I put together Nessa and Elijah. They are both finished. I will not be showing Nessa. Number one, she doesn't have clothes yet because I have to make her clothes because she's tiny. And number two, she's going to be a surprise at the doll show. So she will no longer be shown. I know I showed her parts as they were painted, but I want the rest of her to be a surprise. But I will show you Elijah. And again, this may be the only time you see him. And then he's going to move into the other room where all my babies for the doll show are currently staged. What he's wearing right now is not what more than likely not what he will wear to the show. I already have an outfit picked out for him, but again, I want some things to be a surprise for the show. And then what I'm going to do after this video is I'm going to organize the my workstation and pull out all my kits and decide, you know, in which order I'm going to begin painting. So I need to pull all my kits out and figure out who's next and then who comes after that and so on and so forth. So anyway, without further ado, here's Elijah. And let me tell you, he is a very, very big boy. Now, I don't know if everybody, I know everybody does not use Bountiful Baby glass beads. I do. Number one, I find I like them because they don't have the dust of like the ones that Harbor Freight do. I don't want to breathe in glass dust. So I buy them for that reason. They're higher quality, but also they're individually packed in 1 pound packages. So, I mean, even though I will weigh him, I have a scale here, but for some reason it's not 100% accurate. So I do take my dolls to the post office and they give me the accurate weight of them. I can kind of tell as I'm filling if I'm, you know, getting a weight I want. So his leg took almost 1.5 pounds of beads each leg. He's got so much in him. So, and then his arms took just over 0.5 pound. Again, here's another personal thing. To me, he's the size of a 3-month-old based on his length. Obviously, I couldn't weigh him to be the weight of a 3-month-old. Like Genevieve is 8 pounds something, obviously too small for a child of her size. But I want to weight him realistically. So I weighted his head so it's semi-floppy. But he can, you know, he's not as floppy as a newborn because a 3-month-old can hold their head up. But a 3-month-old can't sit up yet. So he, you know, while he technically could probably with the way his limbs are. But anyway, I'm kind of a very literal person. Anyway, he is rooted with human afro hair. I originally started out, I was just going to kind of root his crown and have like a tuft of hair like you see the children in Africa have. But it looked cute. My husband encouraged me to continue rooting. So he does have, you know, it's a little bit, you can see his scalp a little on the sides and in the bed. It's gorgeous. His hair is not really hair I would like style because it's a short little afro. He has rooted eyebrows and rooted eyelashes. I do not drill my baby's noses. I paint them. Anyway, he probably weighs close to 8.5 or 9 pounds. Here's his belly plate. I don't have it on right now, but I did make sure as I weighted him that it would fit him well. So that's his belly plate. But that is Elijah, a very, very big boy. And yeah, so I need to really clean because that's my current workstation situation. I've got all my dishes stacked to clean. Every third or fourth baby, I always clean my brushes in between, but I will completely take everything off this table today. Everything will get washed. I'll put a new mat down and start the whole process all over. So anyway, I hope I answered your question, Candace. Thank you for asking. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. We've had a lot of rain here today. The other thing on my list today, which I'm not going to get to, was to do Nessa, Elijah, and Sky's photo shoots. But it is very cloudy, and we're supposed to have rain all the way through Friday. So that's kind of, been pushed off till I have sun. Because photo shoots are very important to me, and I want to have photo shoots for them so that if they get adopted at the doll show, their file will contain photos, just as you've seen in my other box openings that Debbie did and Nicole did. They'll have photos, and then I will, as I've said, have their video photo shoots ready, but on private till after the doll show. So I don't want that all stacking up so that I have a bunch of photo shoots and videos to make before the doll show. So I want to pace that. And so I currently have 3 babies that need that done. So I want to get to that sooner rather than later. But again, that all depends on weather. And today it's very cloudy and rainy. And we've had a lot of lightning and thunder. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. Thank you for tuning in. There are my girls. Sawyer's belly plate and body came. I love Sawyer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make him for the show. We'll see. That's the problem. I fall in love with kits. I got a Sally by Bonnie Brown last week, and first of all, she was much bigger than I thought she'd be, but she's so darn cute. It's very tragic for an artist to get a kit and not want to sell it already. But anyway, I'll do my best, ladies. So anyway, I hope y'all are having a great day and that it's warmer and drier where you are. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.